And meaningful piece for so many of us, the caring cardinal figurine. Now, for so many of us, I say, that believe that when a cardinal appears, a loved one is near, right? A message from heaven. If not, you might just love cardinals, and that's great, but this specifically has that great message. 4 easy payments of $9, and the 4 easy payments go away at the end of the day. Now, you were telling me this is a collaboration with another artist.
This is a collaboration with the great Lisa Noon. She is an artist in her own right and a poet. So there's a lot of, there's a lot to her. I mean, with me, I'm just a simple artist, but with her, she's multifaceted, so she does a lot of different things. And one of the things that she has brought forth, partly because of her own experience, is this this rendition of the cardinal in so many different ways. We've done with Lisa the cardinal in a lot of different iterations, and I am pleased to have done this one, which is a little bit more of a dramatic statement as a standalone piece. Now, I might add too that in the gift box that this comes in, this card is included, and it has on it the poem that Lisa wrote that goes along with this piece.
Can I read it?
Sure.
So it's Cardinals from Heaven. Peaceful moments begin from above when a caring cardinal is sent down with love, sharing a message intended to say, I'll always be with you in a special way. Look for red cardinals in the trees and skies, take in their beauty with your heart and eyes. Cardinals from heaven will comfort your soul while creating moments that feel magical.
See, that's a beautiful statement, and the poem is so poignant because it alludes to what the cardinal symbolizes for so many people, including myself. When one of my loved ones passed away, I was visited by a cardinal, and it was, it was comforting.
Mm-hmm.
It was comforting to know that, there was a symbol there that represented the spirit of the person that I loved so much. So it touched me. But something else too, cardinals, they don't migrate.
Mm-hmm.
So they're with us all winter long. And I always look at them as sort of a harbinger of good things to come. Spring around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Spring is always going to come, and here's the cardinal, and he's sticking around with they're so colorful. They're just such a beautiful bird. And I live in South Carolina, and we have them around our lake house all the time. So it's a absolutely beautiful bird. But when I was a kid, and I've told this story before, so maybe some of y'all have heard this, but my father was he was artistic and he was creative too. And so as a young artist myself, he and Mom both created a very nice environment for me to grow up in. Well, one winter morning, and this was a winter in South Carolina, we don't have very many snows, but it snowed this day.
Oh.
And we had an old farmhouse out in a farm community called Terza, South Carolina. And he called me and he said, Jim, come over here, I want to show you something. So we're in the kitchen, and we looked out. He said, look out the window. So I looked out the window, and framed in the window we had this pear tree outside the window. And the pear tree was covered with snow, so the backdrop was these mild and beautiful blues and mild colors like that, and this beautiful white, and right in the middle of it sat a brilliant red cardinal. And Dad said, no, nothing does art like Mother Nature.
Yes, yes.
And he said, this is a gift from God, just being able to look at this. And
you remember that.
I never forgot it. And I think about things like that a lot when I'm doing my work. How my parents and my grandmother and everything has influenced me, and visions of that. People say, what inspires you? What's the dynamics of creativity and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Well, it's that sort of thing. It's just being observant and remembering things that are part of my personal history.
And that is what you do, because when you put this in a piece like that, that emotion comes through to us in a very special way. Now, we just had, when you were telling us the story, there was 300 left. Now we're down to 200 remaining. Half of our quantity is completely gone. This was new as of February 13th, just like 16 days ago, and now we have only 200 to go around. I mean, the detail in this is incredible. The colors that you gave us, and all of that beautiful carving. If you have anybody in your family or your loved ones that are going through a hard time, or that maybe lost someone maybe years ago, this is a great, comforting piece to give them.
It is, and it's just something. In addition to all of that, it's just a pretty piece.
It's just pretty, exactly.
And you know, we do things. Jan and I, you know, we collect stuff like this, and we just put it in a window, you know, put it in a windowsill, you know, set it around with little shelves and stuff in the kitchen and all. It just makes for a happy environment,
yeah.
You know. But it's one of those things that, I don't know, this sort of thing, it inspires me, and it's one of those things that, you know, when you have things around the house that are familiar, your kids will grow up with this kind of stuff, and they'll remember this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you can talk them through the things that the cardinal means, and you know, it makes an impression on these young people, and it I don't know, it creates a tradition.
Exactly.
And you know, that's important. You know, the family to us is all important. You know, the things that we do with the kids and everything, we try to create memories for them that they can pass on to their kids and on, so that you know, so that we're not forgotten.
Right.
You know, and so that you know, the way we do with the kids and the things that we have, the art that we have, isn't just a thing. It's an emotion.
Meaningful, and it's an emotion. And you know, it's also a teachable moment. Like, you just taught me something that I didn't know about cardinals, that they don't migrate. That means that they stick it out no matter what, right? They stick it through. So that is another great representation of what a cardinal can mean to you. Now, fewer than 120 to go around now. Now 6 dozen. These are going very quickly. And in the collection, because I remember that I've presented other birds, like, this is a beautiful thing to add to your collection, because you have so many different ones.
Well, you know, I do a lot of different subjects, and I mean, we're all across the board. Everybody knows that. You know, I do all the holiday things, and I do collaboration with so many co-brands, Disney and all the rest, you know. But I do a lot of things with Animal Planet and with other collections, and I have a collection of birds that this goes perfectly with. So, and the folks out there that like this as a subject, you know, it doesn't, I mean, okay, it's symbolic and it's symbolism and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't have to be. It can be just something pretty to add to your collection of artwork. If you collect my stuff, you collect birds, you know, whatever. This is the perfect one for it.
Okay, this is last call now. So if you have it in your cart, make sure that you check out, because it's not safe in your cart. If someone else wants it, they can take it. So make sure you check out if you